So guys, please do share your learning with your colleague, what we did last time. Everyone.
Actually, I have created a small application regarding the images, view web and list. Can I share? Can I share?
Yes, Siva, tell me. Siva, we will look into your application. Please hold on. Let first ask the learning, what are the people having? Then I will look into your application.
This is my application actually.
Please, guys, can you share your learning quickly so that we can revise the last session?
We have created two applications. One is for one is DAL, another one is Weber. In Weber, we took the reference of DAL. Then there we just did the CRUD operation. We have created, updated, deleted. Those operations are done.
Okay. So do we have anyone else who is willing to share some of the learning?
Hello, so we learn about how to add migration and in update in database, those commands also.
Okay.
And so CRUD operation like ma'am says, create, edit and delete all those things.
So in the last session, we mostly did the hands-on, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Also, we learn how to roll back, how to remove the last transaction, last update that we did in the database.
Okay, that's fine. So, yeah, Shiva, now you can share your screen, please.
Actually, this is my program. This is the CSM employee details. I have created a small system, the name and employee code, which is dynamically fetched from database. Image which can store in a application folder image store, but in case of actually path is stored in the database, fetched from database. I have created.
Okay, can you show me the code?
Okay. Have you seen?
I think you don't share your complete screen. You share only browser.
Okay.
Can you stop and share your complete screen? Okay, that's fine. Just show me the code where you write for creating the employee and showing the employee list.
This is my database. which contain the employee ID, employee name, employee code, that includes image. And this is my store procedure. Also, I have created the store procedure for that, for selecting the data things.
Okay.
This is my models, the static controller. Using this controller, first their action result is displaying data. You can create a class, properties class in models. This is my model, which contain the employee ID, employee name, and employee code. Employee images. Then in static control, I have created a display data method, an object of this class, and creating a list. Then through class.get data, you can fetching the data through my models. In models, we can see using the actor. This is my procedure name, this is my action name. This returns the list which can bind in view bag. Send to this HTML, CSS_HTML. In look, we have add this image, product name, and product.
Okay.
Employee image, employee name, and employee code. In case of within image, I have stored the employee.
And how you are uploading the picture?
Not uploading, only viewing. Of course, I have statically bind the image in image folder.
Okay, you just the copy and paste.
Yeah.
Okay, that's fine.
Of course, I have created such type of things.
Okay, very good effort. So guys, please do clap for Shiva. He tried something different. Even he actually applied his learning. That is very important to implement himself. So it's a very good initiative. So please do clap for Shiva, everyone. And Shiva, few changes I'm suggesting you here, which you will do. That would be the better. So the few changes are here. Let's say, can you open the stack list controller? Here, what you can do, instead of assigning the value into view bag, directly you can return the list obj into return view method. And there, using the model, we can directly access. So view bag in this case is not required. View bag you should use only in that case. Let's say you're binding a drop down list or you're binding a particular control. If let's say you are showing something as a list as a complete object on a view page, so in that case directly we return the model inside the view method. This is a practice we follow. So just do mention the list obj in the return view method, and there you don't need to use view bag dot employee list. Directly you can access over their model. That's it. This is a change you need to do. So do we have someone who also tried the similar things as Siva has done? Do we have some other one also? I don't get the time on weekend. I think you're having the 3 days time, right? So what you did in the 3 days, have you revised all the things? Have you tried something from your end? Guys, please share your experience. It is very important. Anyone can start? Yavandeshwari, tell me what you tried.
I tried for my existing application. I did one screen. This I took some columns of a drug master I just using, and just simply I completed the create and view only. And after then I just
Okay. So do we have anyone else who tried the same thing? Anyone? Okay, not an issue if you have not tried. Let's proceed further. So last time you have seen we have done with the entity framework core to perform the CRUD operation. I'm right. And last time few people asked me like how we can do the paging and sorting over there. So let me show you here the way how the paging and sorting can be done. So are you ready to implement the paging and sorting here? Okay, very good. So just open your last project which we built. Here I have opened your last project. Make sure you're also opening, and guys, please make the device backup as well so that if you're willing to refer the things again, you can refer it. Even I'm also uploading the video to the portal. From there also you can access them. Okay. So guys, here for the paging and sorting, we need to create a class where in fact we write our own logic so that paging and sorting can be done. So it's just like a model, as we added the model for product. Similar way, we will add a model, a generic model, which can be used to implement the paging with any class. So please add a class here with the name paging model. Class name can be anything, it's up to you. Let's say I'm giving the class name as paging model. Now I'm defining here the type. So I'm making it generic class in the C#. So where T4 is a class. So just mention here the T, where the type of the T would be class. Then for using the paging in ASP.NET Core, we having a NuGet package. So that NuGet package, make sure we have installed, and the package name is here X page list MVC core. So let's make a search for a package X dot page list and then MVC core. So this is my package name. So make sure you have also downloaded the same package into your project. So this is the one I'm just installing in my web app, or you can say in my MVC application. So I hope everyone is installing this package. So guys, can you confirm through the chat if you have installed this package? Okay, if you have installed this package, let's proceed further. I need to add here some properties so that we can do here paging. So what are the things we need here? We actually need first of all a data. So I need a property where we will have a static paste list, then again type here. So static page list is already a class in X page list. There's the namespace which is coming from the NuGet package we have installed. This will contain the data. And apart from this, we need to have the total number of rows. How many rows are there? Total rows. Then we having here page size. Then we having here page number. So this is my page number. Then we having here total pages. How many pages are there? So we need to calculate those as well. So this is the actually things we need to implement a custom paging here. And apart from that, we need some Boolean property as well, where we can mention, do we want to show the current page or not? So this is the way we can mention show current, show previous page, show next, show first, show last. So this is the way we can create a class where we having the various things so that we can show the link so that we can redirect over there. On the line number 11, I said already, it is a class which is used by the X page list for containing the list of data. What are the data we having that we are going to contain using this property? And this static page list is a class inside this X page list. Line number 9 is a syntax to define a generic class in the C#. So this is the way how we define the generic class in the C#. So it's in not new, it's a C# syntax. Anything else do you have? So guys, here this is a C# syntax. If you are aware of how we can create a generic class in the C#, so this is the way how we create a generic class in the C#. I'm not doing anything new. It is C# generic class. Same way, whatever the type we will pass here, same type of data we are just going to pass to the static page list. So this is similar to the list type we have in the C#. So in the C# we have in the list class, which we can use for adding the record, update the record and do the listing. Same way we having here also. So anything else do we have? Okay, very good. So good to go ahead now. The class code I already shared with you, chat window. Please do copy from there and use it. And also do confirm if you have completed. Have you completed this one? Okay, now let's see how we can, this one I need to change here. So if you're looking at we creating here the product model. And here what is happening, we just actually converting this query into the list of record. So you will not do this one, just use this simple one. Now here, let me find out how many items are there. So I'm using, let's say, count. So it would be here, let's say, products dot count. How many items are there? Then now let me implement here the paging. And let me do one thing here. I'm using here as data. Let me remove the this thing so that there is no confusion. Now let me use here the products equal to, it would be here. I'll just do one thing, don't be confused. Data equal to data. And in link, we having the method skip and take. And the skip method need to pass here the current page number. So same thing I'm passing here the current page number -1. So let me define a few parameters. The parameter name is page. The parameter name is page size. So what is the current page you having and what are the page size you are having, that I'm mentioning to implement the paging over there. So I'm just going to skip here initially 0 record and the page number is 1. So 1 minus 1 equal to 0. So 0 into anything that is page size, in fact, it would be always 0. When the page number is 2, 2 minus 1 equal to 1, then it equal to 10. It would be here page size. So it will take the next 10 record simply. So this is the way I'm using here simply. Now let's create the static page list. So first of all, let's create here the paging model object. So what I'm doing, I'm just creating here paging model equal to. So what the generic class we created, that same class object now we are going to create paging model class object. We are creating. And for which it would be here for product model like this. We create the model like this way. Now in the model, let me add here the data. So it would be here, let's say model dot data. So how data will come? Data will come using the static page list this way. So in the X page list, we already having a class, a static page list, which is the type of the data which I need to pass over there. So now here do pass whatever the data we having here. So this is my data. This is my page number. This is my page size. And this is my item count. What is the total item we have? This is we added. Now let me define the thus thing. So the thing is here, let's say page number. What is the current page number you having? So it would be same which we are receiving in the parameter. What is the page size you have? So we having here page size. So page size here, what is the page size we needed? And what are the total number of rows we having? So model dot total rows equal to count this way. And finally return this model here. So we added here data this way. Now we are counting it. We are skipping it. And we are finding out how many pages are there. What is the current, what is the page size? So by default, we can give a default value. Let's say page number would be 1. If you're not passing anything, the page size, let's say 10. So on one page, we need to display, let's say 10 records. So for testing purpose, let's make here 2 so that we having the paging. So this is a code into change for the index method so that the paging start working over there. So code I shared through the chat window. From there, you can copy and use it. And guys, please do confirm when you complete. So do we have someone who is facing the issue? Shall we go ahead? Okay, now guys, based upon these changes, we need to do the few changes at the UI as well. So now open the UI where in fact we are using this design. So at the UI label, at the top level, it should not be the enumerable now. It should be the paging model now. So let me use here the paging model. What model I'm having? I'm having here product model this way. Now add the missing namespace as well. So what are the missing namespace using x dot page list, then MVC, then we having core, then x page list this way. The next page list dot MVC.core dot common dot common. So these are the namespaces we need to use here. And one more thing you need to take care when actually we using the X paging list. In X paging list, there is a namespace comma, which I think recently they changed it. So just open the manage NuGet packages. Let me fix this common issue. So in case of MVC page list, make sure you're using the version number 8.0.7. Because with the 8.1 version, they having the issue. So please change the X page list version number from 8.1 to 8.0.7. So I just changed the version from 8.1 to 8.0.7. Have we completed this one? Okay, if you have completed, now you will find out there is no error here. It's working fine without any issue. Now actually we are not getting the model here directly. So this display name for this note in fact work. Then use it only as a hard code product ID. Use as name, description, category. So this way we just change it. And here in place of model, it would be here model dot data. So these are changes to do here now. Here we having now model dot data. And for paging, let's add a one tr after this for each. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And we'll have the TD colspan 5. Colspan 5. And here using the rate HTML dot paged list pager. Then I'm converting into my page list then model dot data. Then here I can define the page setting, where it will go when you will click on the page. So it would be url.action. And what is my action name? My action name is here index. And what parameters it's need? It's need the page number. It's need the page size equal to model dot page size. So this is we just mentioning here page size here. And finally, you need to pass here page list option. Page list render option. So in the render option, you can show page only, or like it says only show first 5 pages at a time. So only 5 pages it will show, not the other pages over there. So to complete this one, make sure we added this namespace at the top label. I share the namespace. These changes need to do here. Then after that, then add this tr. This is my tr and DOM engineer. So guys, make sure you have done the necessary changes in your code as per this workflow. And after doing this, let's run it and check out how it is working. So you can see I'm having everything here. It is showing me one page because we having only one product. So let me add some data. And what is the database name? Database name is EF core CSM. Now let me copy, put it here. I'm adding MVC. I'm adding here Azure. Okay, make sure you added this one also. So I just did some change so that we can see. So you can see page number is working here. You can see this is the second page, this is the first page, this is the last page. So paging start working, only we need to just apply here the CSS class so that will look like a proper page number. So for how many people it is working fine?
Please set the code of view page. But hello. Actually, can you set the code of view page? That
This is the
body
product.
and
This is the product view page where I'm showing the list of product. Do you
okay.
need detail page or do you need product listing page?
No, index.html. Here you please set the thread and body tag.
You're talking about the controller.
A controller already done. Only index.html.
The changes I did here, I just added this model. I hope you already added.
Yes.
After that, I had added this code in my action.
It is done.
And this is the index page where I wrote the code for paging.
So please set this page.
This page, this code I already shared.
This one already said, but the table.
In the table, it is older one. You need to just add this last tr, and here make sure you're using model.data. So make sure you're using here model.data.
Table tag.
This is for my till anchor tag, and this is till header. This is for body and close table. So last tr is not coming here. Let me dimension till body. So I share the complete code. You can copy and use it. So guys, now we're getting the output. And for the UI, what you can do, I can add a CSS. So I just added a CSS at this.
So Shalendra, I am having an error. That is page number and cannot be below 1.
Make sure you are given the default value for page number and page size. If you will not give the default value for page number and page size, it will not work.
Okay, where it will be given?
I have given it controller label.
page equal to page number equal to 1, page size equal to 1.
Page size equal to 2 I given.
I'm also facing one is error in that.
Are you able to resolve it now?
No.
Now error is not coming, but paging is not showing. Only one is showing. 1, 2 is not showing.
Make sure you have sufficient record in the database. Do you have sufficient records?
Only 2 records.
So add 3 or 4 so that you
Okay.
can see it is visible.
Okay, here page size equal to 1, page number equal to 1. If page size is 1, then it should be 2 pages, right?
Guys, can you mute yourself, please?
Pendra, if I am having 2 records in my table, it should be paging because the page size is 1.
You can see now I just fix the UI as well. So you need to add this.
Okay, you have mentioned the page size equal to 2. Okay, okay.
I'm getting error to access the page library. Page list.mvc.code.com. I'm missing something.
CSS also shared with you. Through that you can make the proper hyperlink. And now you can share your screen one by one to see how it is working.
See, actually, I'm facing this issue.
Do you have data in
Yes.
your data table?
Yes.
What is the count you're getting here? Line
1.
number 33. Okay, one
Yes.
you're getting, it is a invalid column name. What invalid column name is there?
Oh, the column name that I have buying already there. Pattern or
So what you're getting the data line number 34. Can you execute it? I think you're getting a 0. So do one thing, just make sure we having the data here before running this one. Like
chip. I'll check.
Okay, for you, let me change the things over there so that we'll not have an issue.
I think category name is different. Cat dot category name, I think.
Yes.
Yes. Your column name is different.
I think that is fine. Cat name. In product model, you don't have any. Can you show me the product model? Do you have you assigned to the things everything? Okay. Can you change the code little bit like this way? I'm sharing with you the index section code. I updated the code for the people who are actually getting the null. I just added a condition.
I have 4 records. Still, I am having the issue. Can I share?
Hmm. Same you're getting, I think in your case also, you're getting data equal to null.
Yeah, it is. I have the 4 records in product. Table.
Hmm.
Category have to, but still it is showing.
Can you check on data line number 35 what it is getting? Or click on the result. Hmm. No, don't go to the error code, just click on the result, what it is saying. Hmm. Quick watch will not help you. Just see the result view. Okay, in the quick watch, see the result view. So it is offset issue, not this one.
This count is 4. It's 3.
Can you put that in line number 35.2 list?
Yeah. Yeah.
In the query, like right.to list.
35, no? Here.
Tools as a method. Next, just to run the breakpoint at line number 24.
The data type var data is not returning the list. Then how will it convert the data to list?
No, the data it is returning. That's why the data we are converting the list type. For how many people it is working fine? So have you checked your version number as well of the page list? What version number you're using?
This error list.
Of this paging list. Make sure using 8.0.7. Can you show me?
Yes.
Line number 35 didn't mention dot to list. See what it is giving over there.
It is at the time of publish build, it is showing error now.
So you should stop it and run it again.
So I have used the NuGet package 8.0.7, but still it is showing error in common.
Add the system.link at the top level. Use system.link.
Where it is? Hello?
At the top level.
34.
What error it is giving?
The casting, missing a casting.
Just at the top level system.link namespace.
Here.
It's already there. It's already there. You don't need to edit again. It's fine.
System dot.
I'm saying link package namespace you have already added. You don't need. It's not making any difference.
Where I have to use that?
I've restarted the Widget Studio. And here I'm not using the data equal to data. It should be a new variable. Where you write the code, just use a new variable. Can you copy my code which I shared through the chat? Don't write your own, just copy my code from the chat and paste it here. Are you going to copy?
Yeah, I have already copied and used that one.
So what about others, guys? I think with maximum people, it's working fine. I'm right. Can you confirm the people who are facing the issue? Okay, working fine. So have you checked out what error is there? Comma not exit means just create its public. Make sure a class action modifier is public. Can you create a new variable here in the line number 35? Where data list. Line number 35, just put over there where data list equal to that one. Data list. And do pass this data list into the line number 39 in place of data.
Where what are you to pass?
Remove this parenthesis not required. And just convert to two list. And the last that
There.
After semicolon, not here. In line number 30, now in the last just do mention dot to list. Now check it. Uiptah, can you share your screen, please? So now you're getting the error over here. Which version of SQL Server you are using? Can you tell me?
SQL 12.
So you are using the same. No, I'm asking about the version number. SQL Server 2005, 2008 or 2012.
It is 12.
Are you connected with the same SQL Server version as others are connected? You're using 10.0 here. If you're looking at the top layer, it's a 10.0.
Yeah.
Guys, can you tell in your case what version number you're having over there?
I think data they have to be passed the data list. Can you check the code first? Yeah, instead of data, you can pass data list.
No, that is fine, but line number 35 is breaking. The question in line number 35 is breaking. Do you have data in category table?
Yes, the code data is there. Two in category, 4 in product.
Can you show me category? Okay.
Other actions are working fine. I can add, I can edit, delete, everything was going.
Actually, the thing is, what are the link query is going to transpile? It is going to transpile as per the later version of SQL Server. So I think in your SQL Server version, the fetch and next is not supported. This might be the case.
So I have to update the SQL Server.
So might getting the error because of that issue.
Okay.
So shall we go ahead now? I think now having the clear picture, how we can do here paging. Am I right?
Can I share my screen?
Can you say again?
Can I share my screen?
Actually, I have no problem, but my data is not coming sequentially. Means in first bit it is coming product ID 1 and 3, 2 is already
Which
deleted.
version of X page list you are using?
8.7.
Just show me the new get package version. From there I will check. Okay. So let's start up what the code you write. So if we are not doing any change, why it's giving that? Can I show the controller name product?
Yes.
First try to execute this line number 23 query. When it will be executed, then you will figure out it is working, because somehow there's an issue in the line number 23. Can you convert line number 23 itself into .to list? Line number 35 for a while need to change. Just change for, just comment out for a minute. Just comment out this line. Now put the breakpoint on number 23. Then do F10. Are you going to proceed further?
Yes, it's compiling. Error from startup.
Can you restart your Visual Studio? Why we getting this error? Because this error is related to the NuGet package.
Let me try and confirm.
So guys, here shall we go ahead now? So good to go ahead. Okay, now let's proceed further here to the same topic. So right now, if you're looking at the entire topic, the entire code we have written, where we have written the entire code inside our product controller. But this is not the recommended approach. Like, we should write the complete code at the controller level. This code we should always move into the separate project, into a separate library. so that if there is a requirement to reuse this data access logic, so we can reuse that one. So now let's see, for this one, we having here some design patterns, which you should know. So we having here repository design pattern. So when it is coming to repository design pattern, so it mediates between the data and the data mapping layers. So ultimately, we are going to create an abstract layer between the application and data source, so that whatever the data access logic we have, we can move into a separate class, and that class only need to access wherever you are willing to access, let's say reuse the same project, let's say same query. So when it is coming to the implementation, so implementation wise, we having here two things over there. We having the generic repository and we having a specific one. So in the generic repository, we write the common methods which can be used with each entity. Like we having the add, remove, get by ID, find. So these are the common methods we have. And this generic repository we can inherit in the specific one like this way. So in the specific one, this generic repository we are inheriting, so that by default the CRUD operation we can access from the generic one, and for a specific one only we having the specific method which you need to define in your own repository. So let's see how the code we can write here for the specific and generic one. And if you're looking for the advantages you will find out it minimize the duplicate query logic. So what is the query logic you are writing that we are going to minimize using this repository design pattern? Even support the suppression of concern. So after implementing the repository, your data access logic will move from your presentation layer to a separate layer. So this is also helping you to implement the separation of concern. Even it decouple the application from the persistent framework. But today you might you using the entity framework code. Tomorrow you might be using the something else. So there, to make the code loosely coupled, we need the repository design button over there. Dras, I will look into that code later on. Let me complete this sample first, because what are the code we writing? I don't think we are doing anything else over there. If If we can reuse the somebody, some other person sample code, please use that one. So guys, here for the repository, what we can do here, let me add here a let's add here one more project. I'm just again adding a class library. So please add a class library. And the class library name is here. I'm defining a repositories this way. So create a project here with the name repositories like this way. Have you added the project here with the name repository? Have you added guys repositories project? Okay. Now here what I'm doing, I'm just adding here a folder for interfaces, a folder for implementation. Now add here one more folder with the name implementation. Implementations. This way. Now interfaces, I'm adding here a generic interface, new item, I repository. Now here we will add a common method, let's say public I'm making here, and I'm adding here some common methods. And this is a generic interface which I'm using a T entity where same with T entity is a class. Now here I'm just defining the things. This way. So just define here the commonly used method, let's say get all, find by ID, add, update, remove, delete, and save changes. So we need here the various methods to complete the CRUD operation. So let's see how we can add here the commonly used method. So these are the methods we need here, where we having get all, find by ID, add, by passing the object name, update, by passing the object name, remove also, and delete also. I shared the code, you can check out and use it. Have you added this repository interface? Okay, now let's me add here the implementation one. I'm adding here the implementation class where I'm defining the name as a repository. Repository. Let's make it public. Same way T entity. Then we having here I repository. Where T entity is a class. Now let me implement the interface. So this way we implemented it simply, like add, delete, find, get all, remove, save changes, and update. This way. So have we completed this one? So guys, here if you're looking at in this web application where we wrote the code to perform the CRUD operation. So we created this database context class object. But here we writing the code in generic way. And here if you see in the generic way, this database context class is inheriting this DB context. So we need to use this DB context class instance to perform the CRUD operation on any entity. So using this one, I can perform the CRUD operation on any entity. So let's see how we can create it and we can use it. So in the repository class, let me add the namespace and let me add here a field in fact. We having here protected, then we having DB context. and namespace. So for using the namespace, make sure we have installed the entity framework core NuGet package here. And this is underscore DB context. This one maybe simply. Then add here constructor and let me inject it. I'm injecting it like this way. Underscore DB context equal to DB context this way. So I just created here this DB context class instance, and using this DB context, we will perform the CRUD operation here. So it is going to be done in completely in generic style. So I'm using this DB context, then use here the set. This is my set method. I'm using here T entity. And here I'm using here add method and do pass here entity. So till set, it would be same. We don't need to do anything. For delete also, let me use here where, or we can say T entity equal to find it based upon the ID. Delete it if entity not equal to null, then delete it. It is a remove and remove the entity and DB context dot set changes. For find it's directly, let's say use a return and then find it based upon the ID. For get all, it would be here to list, because we need to return here the list of record. So complete list I'm returning here. Add the missing namespace and should have the return statement. For remove, it is here, let's say remove an entity. This one. For changes, we can return here number of record we updated, return underscore DB context, then save into this way. And this is for my update in the entity. Display update entity here. So we have completed the code here. Like this way, this is my add, delete, find, get all, remove, save changes, complete method. And let me share the code with you. I added it.
For DB context class, it is asking me to generate the to install the NuGet package. Should I do that?
Generate, you need to just download the entity framework core NuGet package. Just go to the dependencies, uninstall this package.
Okay.
Hello.
Tell me.
We have written DB contest there. Actually, our class name is, I think, database contest. I think in the dark layer we have taken.
Can you tell me again?
Here, inside this repository, it is written protected DB contest. Is it DB contest or database contest?
DB context is a built-in class in the entity framework core that we are using.
Okay.
So that's why I'm saying please install the entity framework core NuGet package first, so that you will not have an issue. So have we completed this one? Now let me explain what the code actually we written here. So whenever it's coming to perform the CRUD operation, this DB context is a built-in class. If you will go inside this DB context, so this is the part of this entity framework core assembly, you can see. And this DB context class containing the add method, you can see it is containing the add method here. It is containing here a remove, save changes, update. So all the method this class is containing. So let's say this class object we are creating so that we can perform the CRUD operation on any entity. Simple. And when you will see here, whenever we need to add the entity, so whatever the type we will pass here, it's also again a generic class where a class type we will pass as we pass into the list. So class type can be customer, it can be user, it can be some others. That class type we will pass and it start working with that. And whenever we need to pass the primary key, there we are not using here integer type. Here we are using the object type because the primary key can be the integer, it can be the varchar, or it can be the something else. So those are the primary key here can be used. So that's why object is a base type which can take the data type of integer, a string, or any other. So that's why it is the object type, not the integer type here. So this is for delete, this is for find also. So mainly we are using here object, we are using here entity, so that we can able to perform the database operation on any entity. The entity can be the product, the entity can be the category, entity can be the user, or any other entity we can have here simply. So good to go ahead.
Yes.
Okay.
Interface.
So now this repository we have created, if you look in this picture, we have created this one for the commonly used method. But when it is coming the specific method in the specific one, we need to create a specific repository, because we can have the other specific method, let's say get top selling products, get product with categories, or there can be any other special case which is going to return the data. So we need to create the specific repository as well. So what we can do here, we can add here a specific repository for product. So I'm adding here a new item, and this is my I product repository. I product repository. Let's make it public. Inherit it from the I repository. Pass product. So this way we are passing the product here. But make sure we added the reference of Dell here. So Dell layer reference need to add in this project so that you will not get any error. So add the Dell layer reference here simply. Then add the namespace of Dell. Add the top label.
Rather, I am getting the error. That is, iProduct repository doesn't implement interface member. After
Make
creating,
sure it is interface, not the class.
oh, sorry.
So now here we can return here in a specific method which we have linked to. So right now I'm not adding here any specific, but I will write it later on. Similar way, let me add here a class for product repository. So I'm adding a class for product repository. Let's make it public. Inherit it from the repository. Then do pass product in this way. And then it would be here iProduct repository this way. And here to the repository class, I need to pass the DB context option, DB context option underscore DB underscore DB, like this way. So this way you need to define it in product repository. Make sure you're adding it.
Please share iProduct repository class. iProduct repository.
So have we completed this one? Okay, let's have a 10 minutes break. After that, I will tell you here how we can implement here the unit of work pattern further.
Can you go to the product repository class?
Okay, let's have a 10 minutes break. After that, we will continue. For the product repository. And the similar way, you can write the code for category 1 also. But for category, I'm not writing because I don't have any specific method which I need to customize for category. At the category label, we are performing only CRUD operation. So, okay. Even if you're looking at the entity framework, so entity framework also follow the unit of work. So the repository design pattern. So DB set is the example of repository pattern the entity framework is following. And DB set is the example of generic repository pattern. We having a unit of work as well. In the unit of work, we maintain a list of objects which are affected by the business transaction and that coordinate with the writing out of the changes. So what are the changes we will do at each DB set label? Those changes will be committed by the unit of work. The other thing is even in the last session, somebody asked me like, do we need to open the transaction explicitly in entity framework? So there, I told when you will call the save changes method after doing the multiple database operation, automatically that part is going to be run inside the business transaction. Similar way, when you will have the multiple repository and when you will perform the database operation on those repository. So instead of committing the each repository changes, why not to commit all of them together? Let's say inside a business transaction. So their unit of work will help us. Even save changes is the example of unit of work. So here we having the DB context. So in the DB context, we adding all this DB set until you will don't call the save changes method. So commit will not happen. Same way when we'll have the repository like product repository, order repository, category repository. So these repository changes should not be committed individually. We should commit them at once. So for that purpose, we will use here the unit of work pattern. So if you are using the unit of work, so this save change is actually not required. So this save change method which we wrote at the I repository label, let me remove it because now I will use it. Inside my unit of work. So this save change method, I just removed it now from here. And that's it. So what we can do here, we can add here a class for unit of work. So first let me add an interface. So I'm adding interface for I unit of work. So this is my I unit of work. This I'm adding. Let's make it public. Then I'm adding here the product repo. Product repo. So I'm adding here this I product repository this way, and this is product repo. The similar way I'm adding here for, and it is actually read only here. This is I repository Then we having here category repo. This is my repository, and we having here category. Let me add the name is space, and this is category repo. In this way we added it. So we added here, I need to work where this is my iProduct repository, iRepository this way, and make sure we added the save changes method as well. Let's say integer save changes simply. Then let me, so this is a make sure we added here, I need to work simply. Now let me add here, I need to work class. So I'm adding a class for unit of work. So this is my unit of work. Let me use here, I need to work there. So I'm implementing this interface this way. And when it is coming, the implementation using here property full. A property would be here, iProduct repository this way. And then let me use here product repo. And then use here product repo. So this way I'm adding it. And then let me do check. I'm checking here if underscore product repo equal to null, then we will call it here product repository. This I'm calling it. And to the product repository, in fact, we need to pass here the implementation of database context. So let me use a database context. In this I'm using it. And let me inject it. Underscore db equal to db. And let me pass db here. This I'm passing the db. This way we create the database context. This is my product repository. And we did the implementation over there. So you might be thinking why we are creating this one, because until you will not pass this database context class object, we will not able to perform the database operation, the product category and user, because ultimately this is the main class to perform the operation. And this class is inheriting this DB context. So we will pass the child class object to the parent. It is start working for the CRUD operation as well. And whenever we need the specific object, we can get the specific object as well. Because in the inheritance, if the child class object, you are passing to the parent class instance. So if you're willing to retrieve the child class object, you can retrieve it by doing the typecasting. So from the DB context, we will able to get the database context object one. That's why I'm setting over there. And this one I'm passing over there to my product repository. And from the product repository, further we are passing to this generic repository. Because until we will not create the, until we will not initialize this DB context, it will not work to perform the operation. That's why we are setting it here. Then we calling that method, we're calling the remove method. And please don't call the saved index here. That's it. So we did like this, remove, find, get all, and this way. Only saved changes, make sure we have removed everywhere from the repository class so that we can define at one place. Even the similar thing to define now for category also. So this is my category. I'm having like this way, category repo. This way. This way we added it here. And let's do call here repository. Category, simply I'm calling it like this way. And finally for save changes, let me return here underscore db dot save changes. db dot save changes we called it. So we just define here need to work, I need to work. Then we are calling here save changes and save changes there. So this is the code we having for I need to work, which already shared with you. For the need to work, let me share the code. So this one we having for need to work.
What are the changes we made in the other file? Except for unit of work, because I am getting category repository error.
Category repository we have not defined anywhere.
Yes.
Make sure you added the namespace, this.
No, those three are added. Those three are added. When I am building, it is saying that.
What it is saying?
Just a second. Unit of work does not implement the interface iUnit work product repository.
So in I need to work, have you added this one?
Your screen is not visible.
Can you share your screen?
Just a second, I will log in with another.
What about others?
Hello. What changes you have done in a repository?
In
The code you
repository,
have
I
written-
just remove save changes method. That's
Okay.
it.
Okay, that one only.
Can I share my screen now? Yes.
Category repository, where you edit. Can you show me? I need to work interface.
So, I have to add.
You need to work.
Okay. Thank you.
In the I need to work, make sure type is same over there.
What?
In I need to work, make sure you having the generic one for category.
Okay.
Even the code I shared through the chat, from the chat, if you will copy and use it, you will not get that. You will not get this error.
I copy pasted from your code only, but I think the category is not added. That is why. I will add it and I will check it.
Okay, what about others, guys? Devi Prashana, Jyoti, Tapan, Tapash, Raghavendra, Saurabh, Mandeshwari, Ananda.
In repository class, I have commented the save changes method. Okay, now when build the application, it shows that error. Repository does not implement interface
Make
member.
sure save changes method you have commented in I repository interface also.
Okay.
Soyandra, what is the use of unit of work here?
Use of unit of work is whenever you are performing the database operation more than one repository together. And if you want to open a transaction, so that if one of them is failing, it will roll back the all things. If all are passing, it will commit. So repository pattern objective is to open a business transaction to perform the database operation with therefore multiple repository.
Still, I am not getting your point.
It is about transaction management. Anything else?
Why I'm getting error for in I unit of work for product repo and category? This is inconsistent accessibility. Property type product repository.
Can I share your screen?
Yes.
Can you do mouse over what it is saying? Make sure I product repository interface is public. So whenever you're getting the inaccessible error, it means it is a public issue.
Yes.
make iRepository also. iRepository. What about this?
Thank you.
Smurti Ranjan, Prakash, Imani, Sudhakar, Somendu, Ritika, Devadas, have you completed?
Yes, done.
Okay, so let's proceed here now. So we have added here for this in iNetwork interface, and we completed this one. So now we just completed this part. Open here now your presentation layer. So this is my Solution Explorer. So now open your web app. In the web app, go inside your product controller. So inside your product controller, now we will change the code. In place of using this database context, it would be now iUnit of work. So just use here iUnit of work. This way. So I'm adding here this iUnit of work and make sure we added the reference of repository. So repository project reference I need to add here like this way. iUnit of work. And then unit of work. It would be underscore unit of work equal to unit of work. Now let's use this unit of work everywhere, wherever now you are willing to access the things. This code right now we have not completed actually. We will complete it. Meanwhile, let's fix this. So category, it would be here category repo. And then get all this way. For category list, let me make the changes everywhere. So I just change it here. Now let me use here product repo. So product repo, then we having here add shape changes. So everywhere make sure you're calling the repository and doing the things. Find update. It is product repo. Shape changes. Product repo. And for delete directly, we having the delete. And delete. and call safety index in this way. So please change your code as per this. You need to work classes and methods we have. So I completed this one now. Only the part which we are returning the list of product, I need to change it. So let me cut this method. Have we completed this one? So what we need to do here in this interface, I need to write the code for this paging model. So here we need to write it. Let's say get products. And then page number, page size. And paging model, actually I need to move from the web app to this repository. So repository, I'm just adding a folder, and your paging model, let's move from here to here, and product model also. So what we have done, we just move the model from our presentation layer to the this one. Now I add the missing namespace. So page list namespace. So this is my page list namespace. I'm installing here. Same way as we installed the namespace for MVC core, I need to install for my repository. So now everything's working fine. If you will check, it is building now. Okay. Now let me implement the method which I added in my repository. So it is your iProduct repository. So everything's fine now. I'm just changing my product repository with this new method, so that everything from the presentation layer, we move to this one. I just copied everything from there, I'm putting here. It's just a reuse of the code which we wrote over there. And here we don't have any underscore DB right now. So let me add here a property for database context type. It would be here context, and from the parent class I can get it, this one, underscore DB context as database context. Return. And finally, everywhere, let me use context this way and return here model. Return model. So this is a code I need to change here. Even need to change here in product repository. I will share the code in two parts. This way. So this way we added the code here without any issue. And in the iProduct repository, the code which you need to add it, I shared it. So make sure you have moved your model here and you have changed the namespace as well, like this way. Do complete and do let me know.
Hello.
Yeah, tell me.
Sir, I missed the product controller changes. Can you show it me again?
Okay, product controller, one thing is still missing here. Let me complete that part also. So it is where even need to add here the missing namespace. Then you need to work. Then product repo. Then get products this way. and pass the page number and page size. In this way, I'm passing it. And at the UI also need to change it. At the UI label index 1, this namespace has been changed now to this one. So make sure you edit it here. Like this way. So namespace also you need to change. If you have changed it,
Can you share the code of line 17 to 21 in chat?
Please share all the codes of a product controller class.
so I share the complete code from their copy.
Can you open the index page where you have changed the namespace? Just add the using part.
Can you share the I product repository code?
I think this code I already shared. So guys, have you completed this one?
So we can remove DAL reference from the web. Narendra? You should remove DAL reference from the application. Because repository reference there, DAL not required.
Now DAL reference you can remove, it's not required. I need to do few more changes. The few more changes, you remove the DAL reference. So in the startup class, the mapping, this mapping also actually can move somewhere. But it's fine right now, it's working fine because not directly we are accessing DAL, but indirectly we are able to access the DAL things. Siva, can you share your screen, please? Let me check at my end whether it's working or not. Only one thing is missing here, that is I need to work. So we added the namespace for iProduct repository properly. Where is your product model and paging model? Add the product model and paging model from your web app to repository. So add a folder here. Folder, not add the web app project Dell into Dell. You are doing wrong. Web app project you cannot add into the Dell, into the repository. Just move the classes from web app to repository.
First, create a folder in the repository. Right click on the repository. Yes. Create a folder. Name it as model. Yes. And put the copied file. And change the namespace. Click on the paging model and change the namespace. Resolve that. Control dot.
Install the page list from NuGet package. Dependency, right click, manage NuGet package. Page list, MVC page list. Right. Wait.
It is xpagelist.mvc. Make sure your MVC core.
X page list MVC core. Version, change the version. 8.0.7, then install.
So how many people has completed this code? Shall we go ahead now? Okay, so one thing is still missing here. Open your web app startup class. In the web app startup class, we need to add this mapping, which we are using here, this I unit of work, this one. So this one I'm going to add here. So let's say services dot add and add scope. I'm doing here I unit of work. I need to work. Add the missing namespace. And then use here unit of work in this way. So we having here I need to work and the unit of work. This way we need to complete it. Now try to run the code to check how it is working. You can see in my case, I'm getting the data. I think paging part I need to change, otherwise it's working fine. Are you getting the same thing? It's perfect here. I need to just check out this code, which we're writing here. How it is working. Page, it is 2.
I'm getting some build issue.
So data list actually to mention here by mistake I pass the data over there. So now it will work fine. Second page, first page. Perfectly, it's looking.
Where was the problem, Surendra?
There was an issue. The issue was here. I was passing here data. It should be data list. So guys, is it working fine with everyone? Siva Mohan, the product repository code I already shared. If you scroll to top, you will find out. It's already there.
Here I have some issue. Can I share my screen?
Hmm.
I have a build issue. This one, data is showing some error.
Can you go to the paging model? Sorry, not paging model. This is static page list. Why you created this one? I don't need to create it. Remove this class. They should come from x dot page list. Here also correct the namespace x dot page list. For how many people it is working fine without an issue? Guys, can you confirm from your end? Bandeshwari, Prakash, Priti Pranagya, Raghavin, Ritika. Remove this code because the implementation you already did. Or remove the top level implementation code over here. What the code you write at the top level, that code should be the part of this method or fix the above method. Where you write this code and get products. So can you remove the last method? Remove it. Can you go to top? Now build the code. Saurabh, Sabra, Tapan, Tapas, Smriti Ranjan. Ananda, Guys, can you confirm from your end, please?
I'm facing some issue. Can I share my screen? Here it is showing error.
Make sure at the top level you added system.link namespace. Now CI product repository implementation part.
No.
I think get product code you already write. Can you scroll down now? You can see what the change you having.
This is not recorded.
That method you already implemented, so you don't need to implement it. Check the signature of this method. Is this method signature? Please check. Can you check the get products method signature?
Yes, integer.
Can you go to iProduct repository? Correct the namespace here.
Yes.
Product model one also. Product model also. I hope everyone has completed. I'm right. Guys, can you confirm from your end?
No, I'm getting some issue. Sharing my screen. Now, just during build, I got this issues.
Check the namespace. You having the issue, even everyone having the issue of namespace mismatch. Please look at the namespace of your model class.
I've changed this.
Have you updated where this class you are using? You are using in web app. In web app index, you have not updated the namespace. This is the issue you are getting. Can you open the view folder index file?
View folder index.
View folder product index. You have not changed the namespace in line number 1.
Okay.
Modus.products. It should be modus.products. In last repositories.modus.product. It should be even paging list model, not the product model. I think this paging model, then open tag, closing tag, and inside that is not the open tag, HTML open tag. HTML open tag.
Angular vector.
Now write here repository dot model dot product model. Now run it.
Done. Yes, I just was getting another error. Startup class. Yeah.
So just comment that line.
And now it is.
Add the name is space, so I need to work as well. Guys, what about others? Is it working fine?
Sandra, I'm having some paging issue. Can I share? Here, same record is coming in both pages. Product ID 3 is coming in, sorry, 4, 5 is coming in both
Can you
pages.
open your repository code?
Yes.
I can't see your Visual Studio screen.
Is it showing now?
So here it is fine. Have you checked your database? Because I think you're getting the different one. Can you run the code? Where is your browser window? Can you share complete screen instead of sharing an application? Tapan, have you completed? Saurabh?
Yes, I have done.
Raghavendra? Devi Prasanna? If you will see product ID, it is changing. It's not the same.
See, 5 is there, both pages.
No.
You can see name, description, Azure.
And what is coming page number 2?
MVC Azure. So product ID 5 and product ID 4 coming. But in database is MVC Azure. Version 1. Product ID 5 is coming.
Okay, category ID or getting 0. Can you check category ID mapping?
Category is there. 1, 2, books, courses.
So in that case, just do one thing, just add order by also.
Total?
In your query, in line number 35, add order by product ID. Note here line number 45. Then it will work. Line number 34, just add order by.
Here.
Parenthesis, wrap first query in parenthesis, then write order by. Complete statement you need to wrap in parenthesis. Starting from open parenthesis, curly braces, close parenthesis. Just do one thing, order by you can write in line number, I think 20, after 27. You don't need to write here. Just remove.
Here.
Enter here. And you can mention order by PRD or product ID. Now run it. Because this is happening because of join condition, I think. Okay, now it's working fine.
Yes, yes. Thank you.
So make sure everyone has did the order by product ID because we have applied their join condition. The join condition is generating the expected result. So do mention here order by PRD dot product ID. That's it. After adding this one, it will note create the issue.
Hello. Can I share? I have some problem. Can I share? Yeah, this is my problem. It's showing the namespace repository is not found.
Have you checked your namespace? Have you added the project reference into project?
Yeah, I have added that in the. Both are there.
I think in your case, your project name is repository, not the repositories. Can you go to the modus folder of the repository? It is repository. I think it not repositories. Open prod paging model.
Okay, what we write in the order by product ID, can you show that?
It is repository. It's singular, not plural. So whenever you are guys using my code, don't copy paste as it is. Please check your namespace also.
Yes. Thank you.
Can you set the code order by product ID?
It's simple as we write the order by in SQL.
Yes.
Simple.
Okay.
Nothing is new here. Order by, then use what property you're just going to use as order by. I think in every case it is working fine. I'm right. Guys, can you confirm now? Shiva Mohan, can you share your screen? Have you added the order by option over there as I added it now? There is a paging issue. Guys, can you confirm if you have you completed this one?
Can you set the CSS for the paging? CSS for the paging actually.
Guys, do we have someone who is not able to complete it? Because this sample is very important because I will use the same sample next day also.
My paging is not working.
The same thing I'm saying. Have you added the order by?
Yes, I added that.
Can you share your screen?
Yes. This one. Paging is not working.
In line number 49, make sure you're adding the data list in place of data.
Which one?
Line number 41, a new page list constructor. A study page list constructor in place of data, mention data list.
This one?
Data list, it's coming in IntelliSense. And make sure you added the order by also.
Yes.
Line number, you have not added.
Yes, it is added.
Okay.
Okay, write this one.
So line number 49, it should be model.data only. Note the data list. Data list would be the part of the constructor. A static page list constructor. Go to the same line, 49. Here, just go to the right hand side. Here
This
in
one.
place of data, replace data list. This is a common mistake, guys, everyone is doing. Make sure you have updated the data with the data list inside the constructor. If you want to work the paging well.
Now should I run that?
Now you can run the code. Go to the page 1. Debra, can you share the code now? Screen.
Yes, it is on. Thank you.
Who's left?
Can I share?
What error you are having? Have you added this name is, have you added the project reference, repository project reference into web app? Can you see there are still, there is an error. Can you check your error list first? Find it, fix the namespace. So what is the issue? It's simple. Sir, first check the error. It's not completed. Why you are in hurry? Again, you are running. Sir, first check the error list.
This one is coming.
So make sure your method signature is matching. What is a method signature? It is returning the get products. Do check. It is paging model, product model, and how you are receiving.
Paging model and product model.
It is saying cannot implicitly convert. Okay, remove the model from the web app. You having the product model at two places, repository as well as web app. Remove the product model from the web app. Paging model as well as product model. Both two model remove from here. Now check the error. Error in the same line. Add the namespace of paging model as well. Now check the error. I don't know why you are in hurry much. I'm saying check the error list first. When you will see there is no error, then run the code. Visual Studio is already smart. Open the index file. There also you having the error. Product folder, index file. Also update the namespace there. Product folder, index file.
Yeah.
Update the namespace in line number 1.
What will you write?
You have to just add the namespace, just use as it is. Control Z. Have you copied the code from the chat window?
Yes.
You have not copied, that's why you're getting the error. If you will copy, you will not get this error. I shared the code through the chat, copy it.
Yes, this one.
Can I build? I think in your case, namespace is different. Can you check your namespace? Check your paging model class namespace, what it is in your case. Copy it. It is repositories.model. Can you copy this namespace? Can you close this index.cshtml.g.cs file? Rebuild the code. Sir, rebuild. Do you know the difference between build and rebuild? Have you added the reference of repository in this one?
Where?
Have you added the repository project reference into web app?
Yeah.
Can you go to the project? Can you build repository project? What it is saying?
Access.
Okay. Can you go to the paging model now? What it is saying? Paging model. Okay. Can you close all the files and reopen them? Close everything. Open the index file inside product folder. Now what it is saying? It is saying the paging model does not exist.
Yeah.
Can you copy the exact same class name also? What is the class name you having over there?
This one. Can I add reference again?
I think it should be paging model, not repositories, that models.
Hello.
Not product model.
Models, I think you have.
Yeah. Yeah.
Last one is showing error.
Can you open the paging model again? That is model, not models.
Yes.
So in line number should be model only.
सत्य को दे जाएगी सत्य को अरे तेरी सत्य को ही कर देले ना.
Guys, can you mute yourself, please?
Models.
You have just remove one namespace.
Login भी नहीं.
Notate the nesting of namespace.
କରିବା ପାଇଁ ମୋ ପାଖରେ ନାହିଁ ନା କିଛି ଲଗଇନ୍ କି ମୋ ପାଖରେ ହେଲ୍ପଡେସ୍କ ର କିଛି ୟୁଜର ନାହିଁ.
Now remove the models everywhere. Do check which one is failing. So guys, I hope now everyone has completed. I'm right.
Actually, Sadindra, I have some issue. Some exception is showing right now. Can I share? When I run, some exception is showing.
Guys, the common mistake everyone did is you're not able to use the namespace properly. I don't know why you're doing this mistake. So please keep in the mind namespaces are correctly you mentioned. It is throwing the exception because the implementation code is not there. Remove line number 40 to 42. Line number 40 to 42 are not required because already implemented code we did.
This is the unit of what now?
Sir, code already we have written in line number 29 to 38. Code is already there.
This is the unit of error coming from which file, which class?
Can you open the unit of work? Sorry, unit of work class. Scroll down. So line number 40 and 42 are extra. Remove them. Now run the code. I think this issue already having, am I right?
Yes, it was there previously.
So I think this is a SQL Server version issue. I hope we have completed now. So get this sample took a lot of time if you will look at. So please refer this sample because it is very important from the perspective of building your project. Because when we write the code for a project, we write the code similar way. We define, usually people use the repository design pattern and they define the common method, the generic one, then they define the specific one also. And it's up to you whether you are using the unit of work pattern or not. If you're using, this is the way you can use it. If you don't want to use it, that is also fine. But in that case, you should have the same changes method at each repository level. If you're not using the unit of work. So do you have any query regarding the repository design pattern and unit of work? Is it clear to everyone now?
Actually, what is the benefit of that repository use?
The benefit is
Instead
here,
of deleting.
it minimize the duplicate query logic because all the query logic now at one place. Got it. So what happens before we write completely code at the controller level. Now the query logic from controller level 2 we move to the repository. Now you are following the associate separation of concern. So our application concern are presentation logic, data access logic. So data access logic we separated from the presentation one. So SOC we have implemented. Even if future, if you're willing to change the ORM from entity framework core to let's say Dapper or something else, it can be done without impacting your presentation layer. Even we can write the unit test case as well. So in a coming session, I will show the way how we can write the unit test case as well. So there also will understand how this decoupling actually helping us to write the unit test cases. So unit test cases we cannot write for each code or for each class. Only for those classes we can write the unit test cases if they are loosely coupled. If the things are tightly coupled, then unit testing is not possible. So in unit testing also it will help us. Another thing, do you have to ask regarding repository and network?
Okay. Just now you are saying that it is maybe can be injected in the loosely coupled. But instead of that one, if you are using any like non-injected files that we can use XSRF token instead of that one, then only it will work.
No, SRS is coming to the only presentation layer.
Yes.
It is coming to the data access logic. So you cannot compare that thing to the repository pattern.
But it will be bypassed to the controller, right?
Dependence injection, I will teach you tomorrow. So we'll understand what is DI and how it is working. So DI query I'm not taking right now because it is confusing. I know it. Tomorrow I will take the DI query.
Okay.
Apart from that, do you have any query?
No.
And guys, someone asked me to about the Dapper. So when I will cover the web API, that time I will share a sample code with you how can perform the database operation using Dapper as well. I think Santosh asked me the same thing. I'm right.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
So Dapper code sample I will share you when I will cover the web API. Anything else? So whatever things
Yeah,
you.
in tomorrow. Yeah, in tomorrow session, are you covering that observation token also?
Which one?
Observation token.
Expression token or token based authentication?
Authorization. Yes.
Authorized token.
Yes.
No. Tomorrow we are not talking about the web API. Web API we talk about after 2 days. Anything else?
How to use procedure in entity framework?
Procedure sample you already did. Have you seen the last session?
Shalendra, we have one doubt. There are two ways of accessing database and doing the CRUD operation. One is entity framework and other is Dapper. So, as far as performance is concerned, which one is better?
Dapper is better.
Dapper. So, in which case we can use entity framework and in which case we can use Dapper?
I suggest you one case. Please implement CQRS pattern. So in the CQRS pattern, perform all the command activity using entity framework. Let's say insert, update, and delete. Their entity framework is better than Dapper. Whenever you are performing the query operation, use Dapper over there.
Which case we have to use entity framework? Which again?
Insert, update, and delete.
Only. Means you are telling in a simple application we can use entity framework.
Sir, I'm saying if you are talking about the combination of Dapper and entity framework, so Dapper is preferable when you are query your database, means when you are using the select statement.
Yes.
Only fetching the data from the database. You are not inserting, but when you're inserting, updating, deleting, then use entity framework over there. So in enterprise gate application, people use the combination of both. And starting from the entity framework core 6, Microsoft improved the performance of entity framework core also a lot. 30% performance improved now. The entity framework core 6 is going to release in November, only in 3 months. Got it?
Yes.
So after 3 months, you will have performance here also very good.
Okay.
Anything else?
No.
Okay, for today's session, I have done from my side. And guys, make sure everyone is referring the videos which we uploaded at .netx.com, and you are revising the things as well. Because if you're not doing the revision, so you will not able to recall the things. For recalling, revision is mandatory. Otherwise, there is no meaning to the hands-on as we are doing, and just I'm sharing the entire code with you. You're just doing copy and paste. So please understand why I'm writing this code and how I'm writing this code. That is very important. So try to understand the use case, the benefit, the advantage, how we are doing it. Because code I'm sharing, I don't think you're writing the code over there. Is it clear to everyone? Okay, I see you tomorrow on the same time. Thank you for joining today class.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.